At number 5, I have AEOLOS. Now, this is a game that flew under the radar from a year or two ago. It's a very light Euro game that's card driven, so you're playing cards out onto the board, and there are cards of 2 different colours. These cards are numbered from 1 to 5, I believe, or 0 to 5, I should say. And all you're going to do is you're going to overlap one of those existing cards. And of course, by doing that, you're going to change the value or the sum of those 2 numbers added together. So for example, if both of those added up to a number 6, then you'd get to sail your ship to the number 6 island and take the action assigned to that. Now, all of these actions are very simple. A lot of them allow you to collect gems, which will add up for set collection bonuses at the end of the game. The more different colours, the merrier, but there are limited supplies of those gems. Some of them will give you these wind tokens that will allow you to kind of mitigate your card plays, so you can kind of increase the value of those cards by 1 for each wind token you cash in, or of course decrease if you want to. Additionally, you can choose to boost your ships up these different kind of streams or these rivers with the aim of trying to get to these temples. And if you are the first to get to these temples, or the sooner you do it, the better, because you will get more victory points or even different coloured gems. It's very simple stuff. I suppose the main decision space is where to commit your ships to, because if you commit them to the river, you're not being very efficient if you bring them back off of the river, because you want to keep on increasing their speed, and you need to keep doing that to get them to that promised land, to get them to those temples. But you also need to be making sure that you are going to certain spots to put more ships onto the board, or even building these little temples or these little shrines on the island, so you have a permanent presence there and that you can take those actions without even having a ship there. Now, I love the stripped back nature of the game, where all you do is you play a card and you take that action. In practice, I think the decision space was pretty limited. This is a fairly one-note game, although I like the process and enjoyed the process of playing it. Being honest with myself, I knew that this game didn't have much legs in terms of getting back to the table, because it was just a little bit too transparent, a little bit too easy to do what you wanted to do. And the combos weren't quite there. All the stuff you'd want from a real juice Euro was just a little bit lacking. But I do like the premise of that simple card play system and just keeping it a stripped back, simple game. But yeah, all in all, for what I want now in a Euro, I want it to be a little bit more interesting and just a bit more going on. And I don't think AEOLOS quite cut it. So that is AEOLOS.